Lesson 5, Interpret Graphs and Maps, Extra. Influenza vaccination. Flu shots, or vaccinations against influenza, are available every year. However, flu shots are not mandatory, so the number of people receiving them varies. Impact of plagues. During the 1300s, a plague called the Black Death killed 1/3 of the population of Europe. The plague, caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, began in the East. Rats that carried the infected fleas stowed away aboard ships, spreading the plague around the world. Neither the fleas nor the rats were affected by the bacterium, but when a flea bit a human, the result was deadly. The bacterium then could transfer from human to human. In some European towns, nearly every person died, often within a day of infection. One way scientists have learned about plagues such as the Black Death is by excavating catastrophe cemeteries. By studying remains, scientists are able to produce data such as those shown in the graph below. The graph represents the male and female distribution at the East Smithfield Black Death Cemetery in London. Percentage of population using improved sanitation. Region, 2008, 2015, target. Sub-Saharan Africa, 31, 64. Southern Asia, 36, 63. Oceania, 53, 78. Eastern Asia, 56, 72. Southeastern Asia, 69, 73. Latin America and the Caribbean, 85. Western Asia, 85, 90. Northern Africa, 86, 89. The above data are from the United Nations Millennium Development Goals. When setting the objectives, a main goal the United Nations hoped to meet was to reduce by half the number of people in the world who lack sustainable access to safe drinking water. The yellow bars show the percentage of people in each area having access to basic sanitation and safe water as of 2008. Blue lines show the targets for improved sanitation. Success of the polio vaccine. Until the 1950s, polio was a common disease that left many people paralyzed. Jonas Salk and others worked for several years to develop a vaccine for the polio virus. In 1955, the government approved Salk's vaccine. From that point on, the number of polio vaccinations increased. Today, most children in the United States are vaccinated for polio at very young ages. Hepatitis C is one of the most significant blood-borne infections in the United States. Hepatitis C was discovered in 1988. Many people who have it may not know they do because they do not show symptoms. However, chronic liver disease occurring 10 to 20 years after infection is a major concern. HIV and AIDS. HIV is a virus that can cause the body to develop acquired immune deficiency syndrome. AIDS is a disease in which the immune system stops working as it should. As a result, the body becomes susceptible to various diseases and infections. Many of these diseases would have little or no effect on individuals with healthy immune systems. However, AIDS patients typically die from infections that their immune systems cannot fight. Answer question 11. Even with education related to the transmission of HIV in the United States, new cases continue to be diagnosed each year. The majority of new cases are appearing in the South. Here, the rate per 100,000 people is 23.4 to 50.4. In states with the lowest rates, the rate of diagnoses is 5.7 or fewer people per 100,000. According to separate data, the rate of diagnoses per 100,000 people in Texas in 2007 was 17.7 to 22.6. This statistic indicates that the number of diagnoses in Texas, shown in lighter green on the map, has increased. Healthcare workers can use the available data to argue that greater education about HIV transmission is still needed in certain areas of the United States.